Good karma brings to Sadguru or Satsanga. Okay. The question is, what is good karma? Or question is, what happens to karma after you come to Sadguru?
If the good karma gets you to Guru, then what is the significance of karma beyond that phase of meeting the Guru?
Okay.
Is what
See, the karma, what is the significance of karma in the life of a spiritual seeker? To get a good company, satsanga, to get anything in life valuable, a good karma is required. Without good karma, you will not get valuable. Okay, then what about thieves, dacoits? They will got a money, power, position. They're very powerful. They are powerful, but there's no peace inside. There's a stress. Having money and power and position doesn't give somebody a good life. You can have an air-conditioned house, air-conditioned room, but you cannot get an air-conditioned mind. Air-conditioned house you can buy. You can pay money and get it. But good condition of mind, you cannot buy. When we speak of karma, we are speaking of a good condition of the mind, not the external. External also will add value. A mind which is peaceful, mind which is seeking the higher, that's the good karma. No. If I have done good karma, why this condition I have in life? Right? I am poor, but you are poor in your money, but are you poor in your heart or mind? That's where we are speaking of good karma. The money is external. There was one princess, you might have heard. Her marriage was celebrated all over the world. She had a miserable life. She was a billionaire, miserable life, and died in a car accident. Having billions in your bank does not make you, does not lead to a joyful, peaceful life. External conditions are also good karma, but more importantly, what is the internal condition is good karma. People always associate good karma with the external money, power, position. So you have to understand there are two types of karma. Karma which keeps you horizontally. There's a horizontal line and there's a vertical line. Cross. Right? Horizontal line is a life in the Maya world, material world. Vertical line is your journey into inner self, spiritual life. Horizontal life have a good and bad. What you can do something good to the others or bad to the others, and good is called punya and bad is called papa. So horizontal life, whatever good and bad you do, will bring you papa and punya. That will determine the outer condition of your life. You become rich or you lose the money. This is what is called karma in the Maya world, in the world of material world. This is called karma. What you do will attract you. You may do, say, for example, a businessman, right? He wants to earn money. His karma is he has to help other people also earn money. He has to give something back. Then he'll get more money. So these are called karma. A transaction in the material world is called horizontal. It's called papa and punya. But we are speaking of something in the vertical, a spiritual journey. It's called not papa and punya. It's called not karma actually. In literal sense, it's not called karma. It's called sukriti. Sukriti means actions which will uplift you, actions which will take you to satsang, actions which will do Sadguru, actions which will take you to Atma Jnana. So do not confuse Papa and Punya in the horizontal plane, material world, with spiritual actions which will lead to spiritual journey. So in the horizontal line, material world, for anything you have to do, a lot of effort is involved. Effort is involved, return is involved. It's called karma and karma phala. Whereas in the vertical line, it's called sukriti. It's not about lot. It's about what is your inner state when you do something. So Buddha, one of the persons, looking at Buddha, just surrenders to him. Buddha's many disciples are surprised. How did he surrender to you? He doesn't even know you. Buddha says, in past life, he had done a good karma. Not many good karma, not a lot of good karma. One good karma is done with a good heart. That's called sukriti, not karma. What he did, he and his wife were traveling and they had packed food because there is no hotels are there. So some monks were hungry. This fellow feels pity on them and donates food which is carrying. The wife doesn't give. And that's an act of compassion. One act of compassion can qualify you for enlightenment. It is not that how much you do. What qualifies you is your heart. Out of love and compassion, you even do a small act, the universe will remember that. It will qualify for enlightenment. Most of the time, we do only for selfish reason. It's called kamya karma. Everything I do in the material world is for me, mine. It's always centered on ahankara and mamakara. Why are you working, sir? So why are you working? Pet ke vaste. I have to survive. I have to take care. Yeah, how much you need? No, I have to take care of my wife, my children. Okay. Then what I have to take care of my retirement. Nothing goes beyond I, me, mine. So, why do you work? Pet ke liye. All our life. Understand? We are working for bodies. Please understand. You go to gym, do some exercise, walk, morning walk, taking care of your body. You're working to take your pet ke liye. Morning, afternoon, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And you're working to take care of your wife's body, to children's body. We are only body oriented. Entire life is, our focus is the body centered life. Because we want to be somebody. Okay. We don't give attention to who am I. The body needs is our predominant focus. Whether it's food, exercise, medicine, everything is body. Body is important. I'm not saying no. But our life is centered on body and centered on selfishness. That's called karma. That's called kamya karma. Desire-oriented action. And there's no end to it. It keeps on growing. I want more. Dil mange more, 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 more. I have one house. I want second house. If I have second house, I want a bigger house. I want a bigger car. So that greed and this thing drives karma. That's what's karma. But when we are speaking about karma, which gets you to Sadguru, Satsanga, it's not this. It is acts of compassion, acts of service. That will qualify for. It's called Sukriti, not karma in technical word. To distinguish from Kamya karma to this thing. And person who has done Sukriti may not have done knowingly that it will take him to a higher level. Most of the time we do unconsciously out of some amount of love, compassion. That is counted. One example I told you, giving food to some people. What qualified somebody to being a Buddha? A great enlightened being. Buddha says in his past life, he was a tortoise. And somehow he was washed ashore to the shore. Suddenly, many ants started climbing onto the body. They're trying to seek food. So Buddha said, if I run away, I'll be depriving food for these animals. Let them fill themselves. Let their hunger be gone. And I am offering my body as a food to these animals, beings. If this punya may give me body of a great enlightened being, which can help millions of people. And may all these ants who have eaten my body become my disciples to get enlightenment. So that's what next life he becomes a great enlightened being. So basically, acts of love, acts of service, acts of compassion is what we call a Sukriti. So it's not ordinary karma. Ordinary karma will not take you to higher level. So this is what brings somebody to Sadguru or Satsang. Then what he has no understanding of life. He still is in Kamya karma, selfish actions. But when he comes to the Guru, he will learn the principles of spiritual journey. From Kamya karma, selfish action, you have to come out. So first it is Yajna karma. Yajna karma is as an offering. Whatever you are doing, Yajna means, let's say you earn some money. A small part of the money, you start giving to society. Give to others. Not just I, me, mine. That's called Yajna karma. Yajna is taught. Then as per Yajna, also Yajna, Nishkama karma is taught. Selfless service. Selfless service is called Jagadita. How I can serve. In Kamya karma, you are always constantly looking for what I can get from the society. How I can accumulate. In Yajna karma, you are trying to find out how I can distribute, how I can help others. In Nishkama karma, there's nothing required for me. I can bring happiness and joy in many people. Whatever that means. See, ultimately, whatever joy and happiness is limited. Ultimate happiness and joy is in Jnana, giving Atma Jnana. So I will do that. So that's called Nishkama karma or Karma Yoga. Person gets into Karma Yoga. So in karma, when you say karma, the karma in the horizontal plane, we accumulate 4 types of karma. So karma is one is called Sanchita karma. Then Prarabdha karma, Agami, and Kriyamana. There are 4 types of karma accumulated. Sanchita means the karma which you do in every lifetime starts getting accumulated like ocean. So that is ocean. It's huge ocean. Every lifetime. We don't know how many millions of lifetimes you have taken. So Sanchita karma is accumulation. It's like if you can't imagine a bank balance. In your bank, there are 10,000 crores of money is there. Every time you accumulate. Then what happens when you want to take a new birth? You'll take one crore out of that. It's called Prarabdha karma. From bank you draw, karma bank you draw 1 crore. That gives you body. That gives you social conditions, circumstances. That's called karma. So the Prarabdha karma, what you got a body, you start doing again karma. I, be, mine. Whatever karma you do gets accumulated in the karma bank, Sanchita karma. And some part of the karma gets come here in the Agami karma. So suppose you do some work for a building a house, you'll get house in this way. So how you convert your karma It'll be either Sanchita karma or Agami karma. Means Agami means you'll start giving it. What karma you do now is called Kriyamana. Sanchita, Prarabdha, Agami, Kriyamana. There are 4 karmas. And this is all in the horizontal plane. It's called material plane. In the spiritual plane, any acts of love, any acts of compassion, selfless service is counted as Sukriti. So that will uplift you. That will start freeing you. So Guru or realized master first teaches you Atmanu Mokshartam Jagattai. Learn to do service. The whole purpose of learning to do service is drop selfishness. Become free from small center called I. That actually is called Nishkama Karma or Karma Yoga. There are many Karma Yoga you can do. You can feed some food to somebody, or you can do help treat the body. But the ultimate Karma Yoga is helping people get Atma Dnana. That's called Dnana Yadna. You can teach, you can participate in Dnana Yadna, you can serve in Dnana Yadna, whatever way. Dnana Yadna is the ultimate. It's called Brahma Yadna. That's the supreme karma. Right now, what we are doing is Brahma Yadna. And any service you do in the Brahma Yadna to make facilitate is also Yadna. So you can participate by transmitting, by transcribing, by helping, by conducting. Everything is called as Brahma Yadna. That's the highest form of Yadna. So this is called Jagaditaya, service. Jagaditaya means service. Atmana Mokshata means self for the self. Who am I? What am I? The inquiry into that. It's called Atmadnana. So Atmadnana, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa is important. Shravana means listening to the teachings of the master in terms of highest scriptures, upanishads. Manana means understanding. Nididhyasa means meditation. Abiding in self. It's not meditation, abiding in self. So these three is called. A guru teaches Atmanu Mokshartam Jagaditaya. As you start doing Karma Yoga, gradually your vasanas and samskaras will start coming out. It's like vomiting. And as you come out, you start becoming more and more aware of your vasanas. They are hidden there, but they start coming out. Earlier, it was hidden inside, and you start becoming aware of them. As the awareness grows, gradually, from Kamya Karma is selfish action to Nishkama Karma is Sukriti, or Karma Yoga is Sukriti. Then gradually, Naishkarmya. Naishkarmya means Karma Yoga. The basic definition of Karma Yoga is I'll chant Ishwararpitam, Nechaya Kratam, Chitta Shodakam, Mukti Sadakam. Actions done as an offering to Ishvara, God. Purifies you, Chitta. Mind gets purified. The Vasana Samskara start dissolving. It becomes Mukti Sadhaka. It opens up Mukti. So now, Mukti means for Mukti, you need a Sadguru, a realized master. You have come to Sadguru, then he can give Atmana Moksha Jagataya, or by doing Nishkama Karma, you may go to a master. The master gives you Atma Dnana, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. That's called Satsanga. And master will typically have a Satsang group also, which is more evolved people. You get a good company. So Nishkama Karma leads to Naishkarmya. In what happens in Kamya Karma, I want something, I want happiness, I want happiness, I want happiness. I want more is the desire. And when you don't get something, you'll get hurt. We have always expectation in the world. This has to happen, this like this. Okay, I have to get this benefit. So the expectation that you do is called Kamya Karma. And expectation not met, you get hurt. That becomes Vasana and impression. Again, further karma, it will be erased. The moment you go to Karma Yoga, you start learning how to do without attachment to expectation. You will expect something I will do, but results you are not getting attached. Any result, favorable or unfavorable, is a gift from God, prasadam, Bhagavan's prasadam. So you start becoming free from the impressions. So when you do Karma Yoga, something disaster happens. So you say Bhagavan's prasadam. Something great happens, Bhagavan's prasadam. You start developing equanimity. That's the purpose of karma yoga. So you will get freedom from the karma phala first. Then gradually Naishkarmya will happen. Then you realize that you are not a doer at all. Naishkarmya means actions without doership. Is it possible to do action without doership? The child's actions are actions without doership. What does child do? It plays. When you play, there's no doership. But when you play for a winning, there's a doership. We have heard of sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is you play for the joy of playing. When the professional sportsman, he becomes a professional sportsman, he'll play for $1 million. If the $1 million doesn't come, he'll cry, shout. The sportsmanship is we have converted into a professional sport. The sportsmanship is gone now. In real sportsmanship, play for joy of playing. Child is playing joy. So karma yoga is a joyful play. If you take karma yoga very seriously, they are in much more deeper trouble than kama karma. it is a play. You'll do well, but you're not getting attached to result. You're not getting attached to obstacles which come in the way. Challenges will come in the way. That's called karma yoga. So gradually you start realizing that you have never been a doer. It's called Naishkarmya. So they are called enlightened actions. Enlightened beings like Shankara, Buddha, they did a lot of work, but there's no sense of doership. It started with Jagadhitaya. Now, action after enlightenment it becomes Loka Kalyana. For good of the world, they'll do something. Writing Bhashya, going and teaching. There's no doership there. So Naishkarmya is called Mukti. The Mukti is really one way of saying freedom from the doership. Freedom from karma is also called Mukti. And the Naishkarmya happens because of Jnana, but there's a process of getting rid of Vasana and Samskara. So a person gets enlightened with Naishkarmya. Did I answer your question?
Sukriti and Nishkama karma. Same,
is Sukriti and Nishkama karma is same or not? Sukriti is done unconsciously. You don't know Nishkama karma is there. When you felt you have something, you feel I will have to give somebody. So you don't know all these buzzwords. Nishkama karma, karma yoga. Unconsciously you do something out of your heart. Good. It's called Sukriti. Or you may do consciously also. But once you do consciously and consistently, it's called karma yoga or Nishkama karma. Okay. Anybody has a question on Zoom?
Hari Om Guruji, I have a question.
Who is speaking?
Radhika.
Radhika. Okay, go ahead.
So basically, I about love and knowledge. How much ever we give, we still have the same, and we can give to more people. Whereas anything in this material world, if I give a house, then I don't have the house. If I give my pen, I don't have the pen. But if I give my love and my knowledge, I still have, I'm not depleted.
You're right.
So in Satchit Anand, so the Chit and Anand, we can say, is love and knowledge, and they don't behave like in the material world. And so I'm thinking that is directly, like there's a saying, you live in this world but not of this world. So I'm thinking love and knowledge are not of this world, it's directly Atma. And Sat, I think, is the upadhis. Of course, you can when we take it as existence, not as truth. So if we assign the meaning Sat, then it becomes existence, and that becomes the upadhis, and that alone is the Maya or the Anatma part.
Okay, what is the question? Your understanding is correct. Sat and Chit are knowledge and love. Correct only. The question, what is the question? You're giving clarification or you're asking a question? Radhika?
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Radhika. Are you asking a question or are you giving clarification?
I am asking if my interpretation is along the lines of, is correct.
Your interpretation is correct only. Sat is related to knowledge with Upadhi, it becomes knowledge in the world. Chit becomes, with Upadhi, it becomes love in the world. Okay, it's correct understanding only. And Ananda is blissful nature. Now, when you cannot satisfy with anybody of the material wealth, right? How much you give, you can't complete. That's also correct only. But the purpose of giving is not to give somebody to his satisfaction. Purpose of giving is to drop your inner holding, what you call small mind. So that's called service. In the service, we don't count the quantity what we give. Service is, we are seeing, am I becoming free from my small petty mind? So that we develop the quality of love, we give knowledge. This is what we want to give to the world. Sat and Chit is my nature. I cannot give anything to in Sat and Chit. Sat and Chit, I am there. Sat and Chit operating in the world becomes knowledge and love with some action. Am I making sense?
Thank you, Guruji. I have to, I interpreted Chit and Anand as Jnana and Bhakti, and hence it's directly Atma. Like they say, we can find God in this world and out of this world. So in this world, if I remove the Sat part, then the Chit and Anand is only remaining, and that is all pervading, and that is Atma.
Sat is all pervading. For example, the meaning of Atma you have to understand. Okay, what do you understand by the word Atma?
Atma is Brahman.
Atma is Brahman. Atma comes from the word, Sanskrit word called Apnoti iti Atma. Means all pervading is called Atma. Everywhere it's there, it's called Atma. The Atma is my innermost self. Innermost, I can find Atma in my innermost self as a awareness and a consciousness and existence. So what is there in me is everywhere is called Atman is Brahman. Okay, Sat is all pervading. Sat is not limited to anything. For example, when I say tree is, sun is, that isness referred to Sat. Moon is, space is, wind is, fire is, I am, all are referring to Sat. When I say I am aware, awareness is related to Chit. I am happy, I am blissful related to Ananda. Sat, Chit,
Yes, yes.
Ananda, you are able to find inside and outside all the time. That's called Satchidananda.
Thank you. I was thinking Sat is only related to the Maya world and existence.
No. See, this is where wrong translation is coming. The confusion is coming because people translate wrongly Sat as existence. Okay, Sat is pure existence. Pure existence is not related to Maya. Pure existence is the foundation of Maya. Everything appears in Sat. For example, the plant is, the isness is referred to Sat. Sat is not seen. Only the form of plant is seen. Just like your existence of consciousness, Atma, the material world, entire thing, universe's foundation is Sat. Sat means existence. You can find Sat everywhere as a relative word, relatively. For example, tree is, sun is, moon is. The isness you cannot see. The tree is destroyed, isness doesn't get destroyed. That's called Brahman.
Now I understood, Guruji. Thank you so much.
So I did a series of talks called 6 Days Talks very recently in Chandogya Upanishad chapter 6. Chandogya Upanishad chapter 6 is teaching of Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. So that 6 chapters will give a lot of clarity on Sat aspect of Brahman. And
Right.
there the teaching is Tattvamasi. Tat refers to Sat there. To Shvetaketu, Guru is telling, you are that Sat. And everything in the universe is Sat. That's why everything in the universe is Sat called Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Everything in the universe is Brahma. Brahma means that's Sat. Sun is Brahman. Moon is Brahman. Tree is Brahman. In that perspective.
Thank you, Guruji.
Welcome. Anybody has any questions on Zoom? Anybody sitting here has any questions?